Morning, everybody. Welcome to our viewers that we have um, that have joined us on this live to talk all things around the Tshwane Women in Business 2023 awards. My name is Notolo Griba. I am the Communications and Marketing Manager here at the Tshwane Economic Development Agency. I'm here with my colleague who will introduce herself.
My name is Koli Swamonchu, and I am a part of the Marketing and Communications Department at the Tshwane Economic Development Agency. And we basically here today to give you a run through of the Tshwane Women in Business Awards that will be happening in August, so that we can assist you in making sure that your application is on point and we have all the details that we need for us to continue with the competition.
Great. So I think a great way to start this would just to chat a little bit about TIDA, who TIDA is, what TIDA does, or what TIDA was initially formed to do. So TIDA is the Tshwane Economic Development Agency. The agency was formed to facilitate and create or accelerate economic growth within the city of Tshwane. The agency is now a little over 10 years old and has been a great transport, if I can call it that, for investment promotion as well as export development in the city of Tshwane. So moving on to the Twibas. So the Twibas Twiba is an acronym for the Tshwane Women in Business Awards. In 2022, we held these awards for the very first time, where we sent out an invite to Tshwane Women in Business to submit their entries or their applications, if I can call it that, just for them to put their businesses forward, to talk about what their businesses do, so that we can come together and acknowledge the role that these women play in the economic development of the city, as well as try to find ways to assist them, to support them, to try and bring them to the front, where we give them an opportunity to meet with those that can assist them, to meet with those that have done this well in business or that have done business well, just to really try and push them forward so that they can take a step forward. So what we're wanting to do in 2023, we are back with the Tshwane Women in Business Awards. The plan this year is to make the event bigger, to make it better. We have learned from some mistakes that took place in the first installment, which was last year. Very minor mistakes though, but we appreciate all the feedback that we received from all the people that entered last year and some of the winners from last year as well. And this year we're really taking that feedback and taking it forward so that we can make sure that we deliver an event that is double as great as last year's event was. This year, Twiba 2023, what are our objectives and what are we wanting to achieve? So we are wanting to yet again recognize and celebrate women-owned businesses within the city. We are inviting all female entrepreneurs to come forward to tell us about their business and to really put themselves forward on this great platform as they stand a chance to be, amongst the best and to push their business forward. We have an application form that looks like this. This application form is available. It's a 2-page application form. This form is available on our website. It's a Tshwane Economic Development Agency. It is available on all our social media platforms.
Yes.
Right? Everybody can access it from there. It's really, really a very simple entry form to complete. It's very straightforward. The requirements are really, really clear. But if there are any issues that one encounters, everybody is really, really more than welcome to send through any questions or any inquiries to info.tida@tshwane.gov.za. That's correct.
Yes. So just a quick rundown. What you can do is you can go to our website, which is www.tida.org.za, And as the page loads, at the top, you will find a Twiba tab. That is this tab that has specifically been made for the Tshwane Women in Business Awards, where you can find all the information that you need, including a link to download the actual application form. If you follow us on any of our social media platforms, on Facebook, the Tshwane Economic Development Agency, on Twitter, at Tshwane Econ Dev, and on LinkedIn, the Tshwane Economic Development Agency, you also can find a link that will take you directly to the Tshwane Women in Business Awards link tab on the website, where you can find all the information.
Thanks, Koli. Okay, so we'll just coming back to the application form, or the entry form rather. I'm really going to try and run through it as quickly as possible and just provide background or any type of context that might be required at any point. So just the intro that we have here is TIDA in partnership with the City of Tshwane hereby invites female-owned business companies based within the jurisdiction of the City of Tshwane to participate at the Tshwane Women Empowerment Award scheduled to take place on the 17th of August 2023. Closing date for applications or entries is the 31st of July. That is next week, Monday. So to all our female Tshwane-based women in business, if you are wanting to enter your business, please note the closing date is the 31st of July, which is next week, Monday. The primary objective of the Women Empowerment Award is to recognize the indispensable role played by women in igniting the economy of the City of Tshwane. So I'll take everybody through the compulsory business details that you will need to submit. That's the name of the organization, business address, name and contact, name of contact person or representative for the business, contact details, email address, websites, type of activity, whether it's meant, so you need to list whether you're manufacturing or you provide a service, or whether or not you sell products. And then the entries are divided into two different sectors. So we've got the formal sector and we've got the informal sector. And this is really so that we do not exclude any business based within the city. Whether you're formal, whether you're informal, there isn't, big or small. We invite all of you to enter your business and see how far this can take you. We ask you to fill in the number of staff that your business employs, a brief motivation for the transformation category, and then just financial information in terms of your annual turnover, ranging from 0 to 1 million and 5 million rand and above. And everybody will just tick exactly where their business, what is relevant to them. Looking at the second part of the entry form, or part B, that's the formal sector. Those operating in the formal sector must submit the following documents: tax compliance certificate, SARS, proof of business residence, this is very, very important. Your business address has to be an address within the City of Tshwane. We have received 1 or 2 entries with addresses that are not within the city, but please make sure when you do enter, do not go through the whole exercise of submitting an entry and then your business is not located in the City of Tshwane. Unfortunately, we will not be able to look at those submissions. And then you are required to submit your proof of business and residence, your business profile, CK documents, and your business should be operating for a minimum of 1 year. And then our eligibility criteria, that's you have to be tax compliant and you have to submit documents supporting this, your proof of business and residence as mentioned above, business profile, which has also been asked for, as well as your financial statements for a year.
So I'm going to get to the subcategories of the awards, and these are all the categories that we have for the awards. We've got agro-processing, aerospace and aviation, manufacturing, mining, renewable energy, tourism, ICT, the automotive, and our newest member in the subcategories, the creative category. So if you're a woman or a business in Tshwane, as Knox has mentioned, with all the criteria that is required, and you facilitate businesses within the mentioned subcategories, you are eligible to enter. And I think we'll just do a small deep dive on what the creative is, what the creative subcategory is, since it is a new addition to the Tshwane Women in Business Awards. So essentially, if you're doing anything creative, if you're a makeup artist, a graphic designer, if you do hair, if you sew clothes, whatever that you do, content creation as well. So whatever that you're doing that is considered to be in a creative space, you're more than welcome to enter the Tshwane Women in Business Awards. We want to acknowledge women in all kinds of industries. We don't want to leave anybody out. Could you please just bring us back to our lives?
What did it do? Where?
The tab at the top.
This one?
Sorry about that. So, so if you're in the beauty industry, whatever industry within the creative space that you are in, you are eligible to enter for the awards. In regards to the people that are operating in the informal sector, those that generate less than R1 million a year need to provide a proof of business or residential address that is in Tshwane and must be at least operating for a minimum of 6 months. That is only for people that are operating within the informal business sector. And the eligibility criteria thereof is then your proof of residence or your business residence within the city of Tshwane. You must be operating for a minimum of 6 months, and your business must have an impact on the community. So are you creating jobs? Are you helping people out in the community? Maybe you do a little bit of farming, and every now and then there's a family that you assist with fruits and vegetables. That also works as well. And for the people within the informal sector, then you need to provide your turnover for your business, the number of jobs that you've created, the products or the services that you do render, the staff complement if you do have any people that are on your payroll, and motivate why your business should be considered for the Tshwane Women in Business Awards, right? So we've got further categories that will help the adjudicators make the final decisions, which are the role of the enterprise in job creation. What are you doing for your community in terms of creating jobs? The staff complement, how many people are you able to actually employ within your business? The products and services that you render, as well as the inclusion of previously disadvantaged people, right? And I think at the end of the form, it just basically tells you what to do with all the information that you need to provide to us. It's email again, it's info.tida@tshwane, tshawane.gov.za.
Okay, thanks, Kuli. Before we talk about the very last part of the entry form that chats about the benefits of participating, I'd like us to answer the question that we had in the chat box. Morning, Buddy Cry, thank you for your question. I'll read the question out just so that everybody in the room knows what the question is. Buddy's question is, what happens in a situation where I run a business and the proof of residence is in my uncle's name or parent's name or a partner's name? That is no problem at all. What you would have to do is you would have to provide, evidence. So maybe in a form of a letter that would need to be certified as well. So you would probably need the person's name in which the property is registered under. You need a letter of them stating that your business, you are indeed running your business from that said address with their signature, as well as a copy of their ID, and then you would need to have that certified. So please just ensure that when you submit your entry, you submit all those relevant documents. Because remember, guys, when we have the adjudicators sit, they are wanting, we have the task to prepare all those supporting documents and make sure that everything is aligned the way that it should be, because we do bring in external people that are just here for the day, so they have a very limited amount of time here, and if there are documents missing, there really isn't time for us to contact you and ask you to send through the relevant documents or relevant outstanding documents. So we please want to reiterate and emphasize that. Make sure that you submit all the relevant documents. I sat in the adjudication last year, and we actually had a situation where unfortunately some businesses were disqualified at adjudication stage, mainly because the applications were not complete. There was a supporting document that was required, for instance, in the formal or informal sector, wherever those businesses operated in. And if there's one document missing, it is regarded as you have not followed the basic steps in terms of completely or completing the entry forms. Therefore, you will be disqualified and you will not get an invite to the main event.
So Knox, I think a lot of people are also asking themselves, so what do I get? What's the benefit of me entering the Tshwane Women in Business
Everybody
Awards?
wants to know this.
Everybody wants to know. Please tell us, what are the benefits of being a part of an awards ceremony such as the Tshwane Women in Business Awards, and what do the people that are participating in the awards stand to gain once they've entered the competition?
So this is really, really an exciting one. Makes me want to enter as well. It's really, really exciting. I think to give context, we'll start by talking about, touching a little bit on last year's event. So last year we had our winners walking away with like some business tools. So tools that they can use for their businesses, such as laptops, SIM cards with data. And then some people also received the opportunity to receive mentorship and support as well. So there is a benefit in being a part or in being on our database. So as TIDA, because like I said earlier on, if you've joined late, just to reiterate, TIDA was formed to facilitate investment promotion in the city of Tshwane, as well as to help to support or promote export development. So if you are part of our database, we are able to connect you with potential investors that could be looking for a product or service in your category, or product or service that you offer. And two, we are also able to, if you are looking to expand by exporting to the international markets, we are able to, depending on the demand and what is required, we are able to connect you to the people that, or to connect you to potential investors, not just investors that are based within, South Africa, but we're able to take you to different locations or different countries actually, so that you can meet maybe your next big client. So that is really just an overview of last year and what some of the prizes include. So this year we are kicking it up a notch. We are trying to make it a little bit more exciting. We've been working very, very hard in the background just to try and secure more companies for them to just come in and jump in on this exciting project, so that we can maximize the number of how do I put this? Not the quantity, but the number of prizes actually. The number of prizes. We are wanting the best and the as much prizes as we possibly can get for our winners. So we've been chatting to a lot of different companies in different industries, just trying to find out how they can jump in on this and how they can assist us, because in the end, assisting us would be assisting whoever our winners are. Kholi, do you want to speak to some of the other benefits that we have on the entry form, and then I'll jump in as we go.
So I think Knox has said a mouthful in regards to the type of benefits that TIDA does offer. I just wanted to emphasize that we are a non-financial assistance organization, so we will not be able to give you money. However, we can facilitate meetings. Sorry about that. We can facilitate meetings with other stakeholders within the industry that can help with assisting your business to reach greater heights. So that's the type of information and connections that we can give you through this competition.
Great. And then I think one of the things that we should have touched on is just the layout of the event. Last year, because we did do it, it was the first time that we held the event. We literally went straight in we had inspirational speeches. So we had a lot of women that operate in different industries or various industries that came in to speak to the women that were in the room. And this was really just to inspire. So they came in, they told their stories, they spoke about the challenges and the hardships that they've had to go through in order to be where they are today. And we found that to be really, really inspiring for the women in the room. People felt so inspired. People were having conversations after the awards ceremony with the people that had delivered speeches, because they really were wanting to just get, you know, a piece of that wisdom, or to just get some advice in terms of how they can path their businesses, or how they can path a way for their businesses to kind of move into a direction of success. And this is really another benefit for being able to attend an event like this, is that you are put on a platform and you are exposed, you know, directly, face to face with people, some of the best business women that we can potentially get access to, and you can have a conversation with them and really just be able to ask any questions that you might have. So moving on to the layout of this year, also just as exciting, as I mentioned earlier, we're wanting to kick it up a notch, we're wanting to make it a little bit more exciting. And what the layout for this year is, obviously we are going to have the award ceremony, where we will be doing the actual recognition and handing out of prizes, which is ultimately what everybody's there for. We will have a little bit of the inspirational piece of the program. We will have keynote speakers that come in to speak to the women in the room. Something that we'll be doing different this year is we're going to have B2B meetings. Last year it almost kind of happened in a very, like in a flow type of manner, where people were just, you know, connecting with each other on the floor. So this year we want to be a little bit more intentional about it. We want to have time set out for businesses to be able to meet with each other and chat about, you know, where they are, what they're wanting assistance with, so we can
collaborate,
and how they can potentially collaborate. So we're going to have time set up for that. And then another exciting one is we're going to have exhibitions this year. So last year, every female just came in as a business owner, but this year they can come in and bring that entrepreneurial side into the room as well. So if you sell products, for instance, you know, you can bring in your products on the day and have them on display. We are going to have an exhibition section in the venue, where throughout the day businesses can showcase their products. If you offer a service, you can bring in booklets or you know, whatever relevant information that you can give out on the day. But you know, all businesses will be afforded the opportunity to have like a little desk and chair where they can exhibit and where they can talk about their businesses. So that is really, really exciting. Once again, it's a great platform. Usually as a business, if you're wanting to exhibit, you have to pay a lot of money, you know, and this is completely free. You know, as long as you enter your business and you tick all the boxes, most importantly, and we go through the adjudication process, then you can get your invite to come through and actually ultimately get the exposure that maybe, you know, your business is looking for. Who knows, this could be the platform for you, where you will be meeting your next client, or where you will be meeting a potential future partner, you know, in business, or a potential investor, which is really, really great. I don't know if you want to add on this, Cody. We need to go back to questions from the students.
No, I think not. You've said a mouthful and you've given everybody an overview. We have been getting some questions on whether they can bring their products. So I think it would be great if you've got a hot sauce, if you've got shea butter, for people to just kind of get a feel for the products that you will be showcasing on the day. Please note that space will be limited for the showcasing of the products, so you need to act fast. If you are entering, to let us know that you do want to be a part of not just the event itself, but the showcasing of the products as well, so that we can make space and provision for you during the space. Nox?
I wanted to move up on the comment section. And do you mind just moving up? No, down. Actually, I just want to see the previous comments. You can go down some more. Okay, so Which one? The second one? I'll do the second one. Okay, I'll do the first one. Okay, cool. So Sally, morning. Thank you for your question. I'll read out Sally's question quickly before I answer it. Sally asks, are the foreign nationals also eligible to apply? The question is yes, as long as you are a female that has a fully operational business within the city of Tshwane. Please do send through your applications. You are more than welcome to do so. Once again, I cannot emphasize enough, just make sure that you supply us with all the information we need. Okay, Colleen, we'll take the next question.
So, hi Matane, Lesejo, thank you for your question. So I'll just go through it quickly. If you're in the informal sector, your business needs to have been running for a minimum of 6 months, right? You need to have proof of residence or proof of business that shows that your business is indeed within the city of Tshwane, and you must also show us how the business has impacted the community. So essentially, along with your application form, you need to submit your turnover for your business so far from the 6 months going forward, the number of jobs that you have created, if you've created jobs, the type of products or services that you render, your staff complement, and you should then also include a motivation as to why you think your informal business should be considered for the Tshwane Women in Business Awards.
Thanks, Colleen. We'll just move down just to see if we've got any more questions. I can move that bar on the side. And the arrow, okay, there it is, there it is. Oh, Luyanda says very informative. Thank you, Luyanda. There's another question. Please stop there. Thank you. Okay. Oh, this is the one we read. Okay, that's fine. Please move down. I saw Buddy had another long question. Okay, thanks for the response. But then, are you guys reaching out to those that have already submitted and inform them that they have to submit some form of affidavit, as you alluded to your response to the proof of residence? Thank you. Well, no, we have not. We have not done that. Firstly, what we have been doing is applications have been coming through, entries have been coming through to Koliswa, and she's just been sorting them out and putting them in different folders. We do believe it is your responsibility as a business owner to make sure that you are able to provide the links that we will be looking for when, or the adjudicators will be looking for when they're looking for, when they start analyzing and assessing everything that you've supplied for your business. So if you know that you've submitted an entry and you haven't, given the correct details, or you haven't substantiated some of the the supporting documents that you've given, please do so. I would advise that you rather give more information and leave no questions or leave no stone unturned, rather than just submit and then we sit in a room with questions. And like I said, on that day, there will not be any time to reach out to any of the entrants just to ask what's happening with this. So as a business owner, please, 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 make sure that you submit everything the way that it should be submitted, that you tick all the boxes, and that if you are unsure about something, do send us an email to double check. We are available to respond to those questions.
And just to add on what Knox has said, we do respond to emails, buddy. info.tida@tshwane.gov.za. If you send any inquiries, we will be able to respond. And just to about the email thing, that's why we're here. That's why we're having this live, for us to have this type of engagement, so you can ask the questions, and so that we can also learn. Now we know that, you would like us to give additional information as to the additional information that you might need. And the last day to send the missing documents. So the competition closes on the 31st of July. COP, we're closing off on the 31st of July. And the motivation, should it be on an affidavit? Should the motivation be on an affidavit document? No, Majani. The motivation should be a completely different document to the affidavit. That affidavit is just to say, I own a business, it's bona fide, it's legit, and the police will certify that the business does exist. as it is an informal business. So you might not be registered as a business and have tax returns, etc. But the other does give us some legitimacy that your business is running and is a bona fide business. So your motivation will then be either Word document or on the body of the email to info.tida.gov.za, telling us why you think you should be a part of the show.
Perfect. Thank you, Koli. If anybody has any more questions, any comments, anything they want to confirm, this is the time. We are nearing the end of our live. And thank you guys so much. It's been such a fruitful engagement. You guys have been engaging and asking questions. And thank you to everybody who's done so. I think maybe we can give another minute or so. I'm just trying to think if we've covered everything. Do you want us to talk about the exciting prizes that we have so far?
Sure, why not?
That is exciting.
So we have managed to bag a few people within the city of Tshwane that are very passionate about not just city of Tshwane. They're people from outside the city as well. But I mean, we've got one of our tourism people that have decided to be a part of this because they feel it's important for women to be supported in this regard. On board, we do have the Capital Hotels who have given us 2 one-night stays at their various Capital Hotels for one of the winners. So running a business is hard. So I can imagine that you do need a break from, the business, the kids, a little staycation if you may. So we've got those people on board. We've also got an organization called Master Drive on board who will be offering the females advanced driving so that they can be safe on the road. They're very passionate about safety on the road, and I think it'll be such a great benefit for the ladies for them to get advanced driving. Not only does it benefit them being safe on the road, especially the people that are doing house calls, deliveries on the road if they're doing it themselves. It'll also might even help reduce your insurance premium at the end of the day. And you know what? A saving in this economy is a great one and is going to assist you and your business just get better for yourself.
Yeah, great. I actually feel like, and then there's a whole lot of other stakeholders that we're still in conversations with, which we can't unfortunately reveal now, but we can promise you guys that by the end of it all, the prizes are really, really going to be exciting. The prizes are going to be worth it. The prizes are going to help you and help your business to be well on your path to success. Prizes will help to support, maybe there's a tool that you currently need that you are not able to get for your business or that you can't afford at this point in time. Sometimes help is not just monetary, but sometimes help is, and that's a support that we chatted about, being on the database of an entity like TIDA really, really assists you to just help you to expose you to the market out there, to help to connect you, with people that you, or businesses, other businesses that you might need in your business path. So we're really looking forward to receiving all those entries. Don't forget, entries do close next week, Monday, 31st of July. Please, please, please remember to make sure that you have included all the required documents. We have had quite a great response actually with this event, and I think that's why the adjudication process will really, really be strict. So to ensure that you make it to the final list of people that get invited to this event, make sure that you cover yourself, that you tick all those boxes, and that you, when completing this application form, make sure that it's legible. We've received some applications where you can hardly read. So if you've filled it in, if you're going to fill it in with a pen and take a picture of it, that's okay. We can accept that. But make sure that the quality of the picture that you've taken, it's clear when we receive it, when we add it onto the list of the documents that are going to go to the adjudicators, that no one struggles to read it, that they're easily able to pick up what you've written so that you can make it through to the next stage. So from myself, I think this has been a great session. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for the support. We're looking forward to receiving more of those entries, and please don't shy away from emailing us. If you've got any questions, please do send your questions through to info.tida @Tshwane, that's TSHWANE, a lot of people forget the H, .gov.za. That is info.tida@tshwane.gov.za.
And for more information on the Tshwane Women in Business Awards, visit www.pida.org.za to find out more about the Tshwane Economic Development Agency itself or the Tshwane Women in Business Awards. From myself, Knox, and the Tshwane Economic Development Agency, we'd like to thank you for being a part of it. Goodbye.
Thank you. We will actually be saving this link.
Yeah.
We'll post this link. So if you want to refer to this video at a later stage, you will be able to do so. We'll post it straight after the session. Thank you, everybody, and have a good day.
Thank you.